Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome to my Monday Mobility. I'm Coach Janine, Whole Body Health. Today I'm going to show you some mobility movements that you can use with a chair or a bench, a side of a couch. We don't always have access to the floor, or we don't always want to get on the floor. Various reasons. Maybe our floors are dirty. But anyways, sometimes grab a chair. You can use your desk if you're at work. Just different items you can use to stretch out your body. So let's go ahead and get started. Right now I have a chair. With the chair, it's kind of nice because you can use the upper part or the lower part, depending on how your body feels, depending on what level you're at, all these different factors. So we're going to start with the standing cat-cow. I'll kind of be flipping the chair around as we go to show you different ways to do it, but I'll start with the higher portion first. So we're going to stretch out, hold along the outside edges of the chair, especially if your chair is narrow, because we want to go about shoulder width or just outside the shoulders. Go ahead and bring your body down and then come up into that cat position. Breathing through the back. And then exhale as you let it down. And breathing up, round through the back. And pressing back down. We're just going to keep going through that motion. You need the lower part. That would look something like this. Just going to do one more. Nice. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the higher part here. We're going to do a little rotation. So we don't realize how locked down our upper back gets, and we lose that ability to rotate. Okay? Then you'll notice some people go through it where they go to grab something and they rotate and they go, oh my God, my back. That movement isn't the particular one that threw out your back, but because we don't have the ability to rotate and put extra stress on the lower back muscles. So anyways, I'm going to show you a way we can kind of work that mobility and open things up. I'm going to use the upper side here, and I'm just going to reach up and open up to the back, nice and gentle, especially if you're really stiff. And I'm going to close it back off again. I'm going to go up to the other side, making sure to breathe. So not only is this working the back with rotation, I'm getting a little stretch to the chest and the front of the shoulder as well. Another area that gets really locked down. And we can get in more of a bent over position here. Makes it a little more difficult. You really notice the ability or the lack of ability to rotate. Okay, going into the lower position. Okay, getting down and then rotating up. Back and forth, opening things up here. You'll notice the more you do this, the more things start to let go. You might notice one side is a little tighter than the other. Let's do one more each side. Okay. So next we're going to go into, let's work on the calves. Calves for a lot of people have tendency to be super tight. It's not something we address very often. We think about the calf and where it connects into that knee and then also that ankle. So if our calves are really tight, it's going to affect the way our knees are tracking and the way our ankle moves. Okay, so very important to address. So I'm going to get into a split lunge position. I'm just going to push that calf down in the back. I'm going to come up on the toe and then push it down. So I'm going to do maybe 10 on each side just to go through full range of motion. Okay. And before I switch sides, I'm going to stay on this leg. I'm going to bend the knee. So push my booty back, bend the knee, and then straighten. And then bend, and then straighten. You'll notice that gets a little deeper into the calf muscle, into what we call the soleus, which is your deeper calf muscle. Okay. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Come up on the toe, push back. Try to come up on all 5 toes. So you might notice that you are rolling maybe towards the inside or the outside of your toes when you come up. Try to go up nice and straight so you're putting even pressure on all those toes. This side I notice is a little tighter than the other side, up into the ankle. Okay, and then stay on this side. We're going to bend that knee and and then straighten, bend, and straighten. Definitely a little tighter on this side for me, both the soleus and the gastroc. So just making the connection for myself, my right ankle is a little bit stiffer than my left this morning. My right side has the tendency for me to be, I hate to call it my trouble side, but it is definitely my trouble side. The right hip, the right knee, the right shoulder, it seems to go all the way up. So that ankle no doubt takes a role in some of the things I feel in the rest of my leg as well. So I'm going to switch my viewpoint here. We're going to go into side lunge. So I just have the chair here for support. And again, you can use the upper or lower. I think I'm going to go this way with it. Okay, depending on your mobility. So side lunge, go ahead and get a nice wide stance. Okay, and then shift to the side. And then stand up and shift to the side. So the chair is more here for stability. If you don't need the stability, you don't have to hold on to the chair. So we're just going back and forth. Try to sit that butt back. Okay, if you have the range of motion, go lower. You'll feel a little bit more stretch in the inner thigh of the straight leg. Let me move this out of the way for a sec. Okay, so you can see this leg here is straight as I bend the other leg. If you have a hard time keeping that leg straight, if it wants to pop up there, you got some stuff to work on in that inner thigh. Okay, don't ignore it. You're gonna have to work on it. You might also notice that this glute here is starting to fire. Start to feel maybe a little warmth on that side. That's a good thing. Okay. Okay, and then switching to the other side. Ooh, crack, crack, crack goes the hips. And I'm just going in and out of that lunge position. See if I can gain a little more mobility each time. Make sure that heel stays down of that foot, that leg that's bending. Okay, so we don't want to push forward and let the heel come up. Keep the heel back, or back and down, booty back. Okay, heel down. Okay, and let's go ahead and stop in that wide position. It doesn't have to be super wide. You can keep it, moderate, I guess you would call it. We're not going to get down into a straddle stretch. Okay, so moderate width on the legs. You can grab the chair again if you want for this. I'll actually turn kind of at this angle here for you. Okay, we're going to do a rotation with this one. So push those hips back just slightly and then rotate up here. Okay. On the rotation, and you can get into more bent over position. You can kind of play with this a little bit. Okay, if you're feeling particularly, what's the word I'm looking for? You want a challenge today, you can go in more of a split lunge this way. Okay, you can get rid of that chair, or like we can move over here if you really want to do it this way. Okay, and you go to this position, and then you can rotate this direction, and then you can also rotate this direction here. Okay, just another way you can add another level. You want to take it up a notch. That's what I was looking for. Isn't that what Guy Fieri says? Kick it up a notch. Oh no, that's Emerald. Let's go ahead and switch. Try the other side. This one side's always a little easier than the other. You use the chair, you use the lower part of the chair. You want to get down lower. If you keep that back leg straight, you get a little bit more stretch out of this. Okay. Nice. Okay, come on out of that. The next one we're going to do, which is going to be our last one, is going to be a squat with an arm raise. So if you need to use the chair, that is fine. If you have the mobility or the strength to hold yourself up without the chair, try it without the chair. Okay, so we're going to get kind of a wider squat stance, and normally would be underneath the hips for our squat stance. Let's go a little bit wider on that. Okay, from there we're going to sit back in that squat, one arm at a time. Okay, trying to get full range of motion. Okay, you can bring that squat up a little bit if you're having a hard time holding it. That's fine. Okay, one at a time. Making sure to keep that booty back. Okay, so we get in the habit here when we get in any kind of squat position to shift forward. No shifting forward, booty back, even pressure throughout your foot. Okay, keeping the belly button in. Okay, see that? Rib cage stays down. You use both arms here. Play with it. You might feel a little burn in those glutes starting to turn on. Okay, you can change the position of your hand, so you can go palm out a little bit different stretch. And both together again. Great. And that is our mobility class today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you maybe got some new things. Notice some areas of your body that need to be addressed or that might be a little stiff and need some attention. Let me know your thoughts. If you have questions for me, let me know those as well. I always love answering questions, knowing what people are struggling with, what they need help with. So give me a comment, send me a message. Let me know what's going on with you. Even if it's just to say hi. I just love to hear from you guys. I don't hear from people very often, with being, well, I hate to say lockdown, but it's kind of like lockdown again. And I guess we're headed that direction, it sounds like. But I love to hear just a hello from everyone. So enjoy your day, enjoy your week, make it great, and I will see you guys again soon.